Right, a friend of mine has asked me to make this for a hovercraft project he's doing. Well, it's going to be a bit of a challenge because, obviously the scaling and the sizes will have to come in later. But if I can just get the basic structure. So these are photographs that I've imported into SketchUp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to do a cross section. So we've got some curves. Looking at this, there's not much to go from really. So what I'm going to attempt to draw, this. It's hard to see the size, the actual size. I hope my audio is working. Yeah, it's working. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a cross section. I have to do this manually by hand. I'm going to try that follow me tool with this as well, see if that will work. So what I've got to do now is start drawing and hope that I can get it right. So this is not easy to do when I'm not tracing something, because I can't trace this because it's so funny angles. So there's a definite slope there on this part here. So if I can recreate this, the cross section of it, there's a flange. Right, there's a lip on. Oops. What have I done here? Oh, that's probably right. Right, there's a lip on the edge of that flange, so I need to create that lip. Right. So I'm trying to create this in my head really, it's not easy. Right, so then we come out here, hold my shift key down, you know, I've got a bad feeling that this isn't flat. Oh no, it's not flat. Something's terrible gone wrong. Let's start again. Hang on. I'm going to have to draw it on a flat surface. That's the only way I can do it. So I'm going to draw it on this flat surface. So right, this is not easy to do. I don't know how far I need to go. We're going to have to do a lot of scaling with this at some point. Can't even see my lines. Hang on a minute. That's just. I need something that's. Hang on a minute. I need a flat surface. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a box down here. Select all, make group. Right, now I don't have to actually draw on the picture because it's hard to see what I'm doing. Right, so if I can get that edge, just the cross section. Oh, that flipping line's in the way now. Just a minute. Right, that's better. Right. Now I've got a nice flat surface to draw on. Now, how far is that? That's pretty big. That's massive. That's 17. Well, I'll just scale it down when I'm done. So there's a flange at an angle. How far is that? 186. That's 130 millimeters. It's all about scaling. Now that flange comes out a bit, so right, there's a lip. Right. Right, I've got this shape, cross section. That I keep thinking this is 3D, it's not. Obviously I'll have to put the cross bars in later. Now if I can just select all connected. Oops. Make that a group. Right, now what I need to do is move this out of the way. Now I need a circle. Oh no! Oh, I can fix that. Oops, wrong one. Edit group. Right, I can fix that one. Just one line went weird. Connect that to that. Right, now we've got a face on it. I thought it was something wrong. Right, so what I've got to do is do a circle. And I need to get in a different orientation, so I'm just going to edit that a minute. I'm just going to extrude that because I want a flat surface to go by. Right, so what I want is I want to draw a circle, but I want it on that plane, that axis. Hold my shift key down. Let's try this. Right, I've got a circle. Select all connected. Let's move that back a bit. Right. Now, is this going to work to make that thing? I just don't know. Let's try it. So I just want that rim. It really wants to be smoother though, so I'm going to divide that by 100. Right. Now I'm going to select the magic tool. I forgot to do something. I'll just explode that. I'll just unselect the center file. Now let's try again. It might not work. Oh, look at that. Yoo! We have the beginnings. It's a bit deep though, it's a bit too big, so what I'm going to do is, it's not perfectly round, So what I'm going to do is, yeah, it's a little bit long based on that angle. So what I'll do is I'll undo that. I need to chop that down to there. Chop this bit off. Right, let's try that again. Select all connected. Unselect the middle bit. So get out tool. Okay, that works. Yeah, it's not far off. I've got this rim on the middle bit though. Let's have a look. Is there a rim there? It's not. It's hard to see. Oh, those are scratches. Right. I keep thinking it's 3D. It's not. That's a flat image. Right. So, yeah, we have what we could be construed as the beginnings. Now, this front face wants to be a little bit round. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back. So this wants to have, I've got a line that wants to come off. Right, so what I need to do is I need to do a circle. What I'll do is I'll just group this a minute. Select all connected. Make it into a group. Now I'm going to draw a circle over the top. Right. Select all connected. I need to move that. I don't want all of it, I just want part of it. Right, it's... Right, I'll just get rid of... Let's just divide that again. Divide by 100. Let's get rid of the stuff I don't want. I just want to do a curve, and it's a lot easier to do it this way than it is to draw it manually. So, damn it! I don't want to delete that bit. Let's just get rid of that. Actually, if I just chop it off, chop it off about there. If I just get rid of that. Now, if I just select all connected, I can just del that. Select all connected, I can del that. Select all connected, delete that. Now, I just want this curve, this little bit I did. Select all connected, let's just move that. I'm probably going to have to draw some of this in a bit anyway. Let's rotate it. Now let's move it. Rotate again. I'm not getting enough steps. I want to be 1.7. No, it's the wrong way. Move it out a bit. Right, so if I explode that again and attach that line. Oops, there. And this line to here. Now let's get rid of this bit. Right, now let's try that and see what happens. Right, select all connected, unselect the middle. Yeah, that's better. Okay, that's not far off. I'm still not happy with it though. I'm just trying to put this round edge on there. It's hard to work with this photo. Let's have a look at the other photo. There is a curve on the front, and I seem to have got a bit of curve there, but let's just undo that again. So yeah, actually what I need to do is get rid of this bit on the end. So what I'll do is I'm just going to put a circle right here. And let's move that. Right, let's attach this, let's get rid of this line. Let's attach this line to there. Let's attach this line here to here. Now let's just erase that bit on the edge. Oops! Oh, that's alright. That's okay. It's because it needs a new face on it. Hang on. Right, okay, let's try this. So as I say, this is a project for a friend of mine. It's something he wants me to print it for him, so it'll be probably 150 millimeters or something, I think. I can't remember now. But, right, select all, deselect the middle bit. Right, that's got a nice smooth edge on it, look. Right down there. Which is what we want. The only thing I'm not happy about is that it's going to be these lines here. That line really wants another curve on it, so that edge wants to be curved round, so I'm going to undo that. So what I'll do here is put another circle right here. Oh, I don't want to select all that. Let's just move this circle to there. Let's just intersect faces with model. It seems to be already intersected, so let's see if I can delete that. Oops, actually no, I'll just rejoin it, just a minute. Right, I'll just join that to there, and we'll join that to there, and we'll get rid of this bit. Right, oh, that might be a bit too much. Let's just move that. Let's just move it in a bit. I'm going to chop this piece off here. Oops, wrong one. I only want to get rid of that section. I'm going to divide it. Divide. Right, it shouldn't delete all of it now. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's move it in. Let's get this line attached to here. We're just trying to round the corner, that's all. Now let's get rid of that. That wants to move it. Oops. That wants to be moved out, so I'm going to rotate that. Oh, that's better. Right. Now, I lost the face, so let's get the face back. Right, let's try again, see what this looks like. Well, I think we're getting there. Right. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's have a look at the angle. It still looks a bit deep to me. It looks a bit deep. So I'm going to undo that again. And I'm going to chop this piece down a bit more. Yeah, that looks more like it. If you look at the angles, it looks very close to what we want, the depth. I don't have any dimensions to work from. It's for hovercraft, so I've never done a hovercraft before. It's from my friend. Right, that looks pretty good. It's going to be a bit fiddly printing that, but actually no, it won't be so bad because it's at an angle, so my printer can handle that, no problem, as long as I keep the bottom edge flat. But it's going to require support material for those veins, I think. So now they're going to be something separate. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do cross sections of those little veins that cross across there. And I'm going to have to attach them onto this thing separately. So what I'm going to do is, I'll only have to make one so I can copy it. So what I'm going to do for that, I'm just going to group this. I'm going to make a group. Right. So that's not bad. So no, what I need to do now is make these little crossbars. Now what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to draw what I think will be, so I need the I need my flat thing again. Bring this over here, my little table, and what I need to do is a cross section of those things. and it looks like a T shape to me. So what I'll do is I'll draw a circle, right. Now I'm gonna draw. Oh, this is not working very well. I'll just draw this and I'll just adjust it as I go along. So, right, it's like a keyhole thing. Right, let's have a look at this. Right, so it's like a keyhole. Right, let's measure that. 9mm. That's 7.4, so move this out. Let's see, 7, 8. Hang on, let's just check. Oh, I've gone a bit too far. 10.2, so I need to take 1.2 off. A lot of this is guesswork because I don't know the dimensions. But I can adjust it as I go along, so I want to see what it looks like when I do this. So, are we flat? Yeah. I have no idea what the back's like, I can't tell. I'm just going to assume it's flat. Which means we'll do that. So that's the bottom, the back. I can't see. Oh, I can see a bit on there. Oh, it looks like there's two. So if we print two of these and then put them back to back, that would work. So yeah, we could do back to back veins or something like that. Because it's hard to print them when they're not on a flat table, so we're going to have to print probably two sections of this. Now the only question is, now this is in a straight line, it's not in so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line that goes straight up. And how far do we want to go? So let's see. Let's basically do it to this thing that I've already done. So the dimensions of this thing are going to be 284. Well, it's going to be scaled down anyway. It's too big, that is, for my print bed, but I'm going to just scale it all down once I've done it. Right, I think I'm in the middle. 284. Let's see. Yeah. Right. 284. Let's get my calculator. 284 divided by 2, because we only have half, plus, let's see, that's 142 millimeters minus the actual bit in the middle. I have no idea how big that is. Oh, hang on, I think he told me. I think he did tell me what it was. Hang on a minute, I'm going to have to put you on an image while I go and look at the email. Or the Facebook thingy. So I'm just going to find out the actual size. So I'm going to just leave an image up while I'm looking at his message, at his email, his message, whatever. Right, so let's see. Where am I? If I get the size of the motor off the message, it'll give me an idea. Oh, right. Oh, 6 inch, it's a 6-inch prop. Right, okay, so the prop is 6 inches. Oh, I think Stuart's messaging me. Oh yeah, Stuart, if you're there, you can message me on my phone. You can answer. You can help me do this because it's a bit difficult, really, when 1 inch. Okay, you're watching, right? All right. So it's 1 inch. Right. Let me just go back to the model then. I'll just close that because I don't want to. Hang on, let's just put the video back up just a minute. Right, hang on, oops. Right, so that'll be Stu, so that's 1 inch across then, that, for the motor, is it, right? So let me get this scale down then, because I'm obviously too big right now. So let me just go out. Right, there's the model. Now what I need to do is I need to scale this to the right dimension. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit the group. I'm going to go to dimensions and I'm going to add this measurement. I'm going to scale it the right size, well, roughly. Right, so at the moment it's that, so I'm going to scale it down until we get the right size. So that needs to be a foot across, right? A foot across, that's 12 inches, isn't it? That's 300 millimeters, isn't it? We're not far off actually. A foot, that's 300 millimeters across, isn't it? If I zoom in, I'm at 293.9 right now. So I need to scale. Select all connected. I need to scale that up. So we're at 300 millimeters. Damn it, it keeps jumping on me. Hang on. Ah, I was right on it just then. Ah, 300.6, that's near enough. 300.6, right, so that's a foot across in the hole right now. The hole is a foot across. Right, unselect that. Let's get rid of this measurement. Right, so now our next part is this, and that needs to be, oh damn it, what was it? I'm just going to go with 142 because I can extrude it longer. So I need a straight line going straight up. That's 142. No, hang on. Oh, I'll just do 142, then I'll scale it down. Oh, where's it gone? Oh, right, okay, so this line right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get rid of this box a minute. Hang on a minute. I'll just hide it a minute. I have to sort this out. Those corners want rounding off, actually, they're not very nice, so I'm going to round these corners off a bit. What I'm going to do with that is, let's see, let's go in by 4 millimeters. 4 millimeters. 4 millimeters. Right, let's try this. Right. Right, just a minute, I'll do these as well. No, it's too far for that. Undo that one. I want to come in by... Uh-oh. Hang on a minute. I need to get rid of this. And that. And these. Oops, not all of it. I just don't get rid of this bit. Hang on a minute. What's wrong with this? Oh, it keeps deleting all of it. Stupid thing. Let's just intersect the faces. Right. For some reason it was deleting the rest of it, and I just want rid of that. Oh, I'll just unselect that. Oh, it's like, oh, damn it. Oh, this isn't attached, that's why. Hang on a minute. Oops. Right, can I get rid of this bit now? Yeah, I know I can. Might get rid of that. Right. I should be able to get rid of that, and that, and that, and that. Right, we've got a round curve now. I wanted to put curves on these as well, but they're a little bit small actually. Let me see this a minute. Well, that's 9.3 millimeters. Should be big enough. Let me just a minute. Let me just try doing this again. Ah, it's working now. Right, so I've come in about 2mm, come down 2mm, go up 2mm. I'll do this other end. Oh, they're at a funny angle, that's weird. What's going on there? Oh, it's alright, I'll do these first. Right, I need a circle right there, up to that edge. Circle there, up to that edge. Now get rid of that bit, and that bit. And get rid of these guides. And that, and that. Right, we need to do the other one as well. Two, right now. Right. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Now I'm going to see if we can get this. Oh, where's my other line gone? Oh, it's over there. Right. I'll just turn this around and get rid of all these guides now. Delete guides. Right. The line I want to follow is that. Right. So, oh, what have I selected? Oh, it's in a group. Ah, edit group. Where's that line? Cut. Right. Close group. I want the line outside the group. Right. Paste. I'm going to stick the line there. Right. Now, actually it's in the wrong place. I'll stick it over here. Ah! Come on, you bugger. Oh, what's it doing over there? Bloody hell. This is what 3D's like, it's a pain sometimes. Right. I'll stick it there, I'll stick it up. Right, we're all set now. Right, use my magic tool. There we go. We've got part of the. We have part of the thingamajig. Now I just need. I can lengthen this and shorten it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a group. Then when I move it, I can move everything and not distort everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this. So I want to rotate that 90 degrees. It's actually the wrong way around at the moment. So 180 degrees. Now let's move it. I can scale it down and oops, I'm going in the wrong direction here. Oops, where have I gone? Ooh. Hang on. It's too big at the moment, so I'll scale it down in a minute. It won't be difficult to attach it. Yeah, anyway, I've got you on the phone, on this iPhone that my daughter gave me, Stu, so I can actually see chat without going backwards and forwards now, so, which is a good thing. Right, let's start with the top. So we need to rotate this 90 degrees again, and I need to make this smaller because it's too big. So what I'll do, edit group, move it up. We're only experimenting at the moment, you see, so that one face there, I'm going to stick it over here. In case I need to make changes to it. Actually, I know what I'll do. I'll make it into a component. That's a good idea. Right, edit. Right, let's make it into a component. Now, edit component. Now, copy that face. Then, when I make changes to the pattern, it should automatically change that. Now this should be a component now. Let's check. No, it's not. Oh, it's probably still in a group. Hang on, is it? No, it's not. It's not the whole thing. That's why. Oh well, I'll just carry on for now. Let's just get this positioned right. What I need is a line, so I want the middle. I think that's the bottom. Hard to tell. Right, I need to move this in. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the component. Why has it got that extra line there? Oops. Yeah, well I'm going to have to get this lined up with the edge. One way of doing that is to, oh that's a smooth surface, I can't. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this up. Hang on a minute, what's going on? Close component, I'll move it up. Right, I'm going to have to intersect faces in a bit, because at the moment, if I just hide this wall, edit group, if I hide this wall, we can see right through it now. I'm just going to leave that wall hidden. It's still there, you just can't see it, because I want to get this part wrong one, hang on. I'm going to get it all the way up. Where's it gone? I'm on the blue. I'm not on the right axis. Hang on a minute. I've gone a bit too far. Oh no, that'll work. Right, can I still extrude this? Oops. Yeah, I can adjust it, which is what I want. I want to be able to adjust the height when I get that centerpiece in. So what I can do now is make a copy of that. I'll just get out of it, hang on a minute. So what I do now is we have to position these at, hang on a minute, let me think, what is it? Oh, I need a temporary wall on the back cover. I'll explain why in a minute, because I need to get a centre. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a wall on the back, which is going to be deleted when I've done. So I'm going to put a back on here, like that. It's just temporary. I need to get rid of this circle actually. I'm just going to hide that. Hide that so I can see what I'm doing. So what I need now is to basically rotate this thing. Let's see what happens in a minute, because there's two more to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my center. Delete that line, I don't need it now. Delete guides. I need to get a centre. Can't seem to get it. Just a minute. Oh, no, that's not the centre. I think that must be the centre. Right, just a minute. I need to draw a circle again, just temporarily, to see if that's the centre. Yeah, that is the centre. Right. Escape that. Right. Right, copy. And I think it's... Oh, how many degrees is it? 130 degrees? 130. I'll try 130. I lost my centre again. I hate it when it does this. I'm touching the edges to tell me, so it measures from the, gives me the centre, you see. Come on, where's the middle? Hang on a minute. Let's try this edge. No. Ah, got you. I think. No, that's not the centre. No, it's not. It was going offset, so... No, that one's not in the centre either. Bloody hell. Hang on. Don't do that, because it's not in the middle. Just a minute, I'm gonna make a hole in the back somewhere. So it helps me a little bit. It's supposed to give me a centre. It's because I'm using multiple steps so I get a smoother print. Bugger, come on. The only other way of doing it is to measure it, which is probably what I'll have to do. .278.2. Yeah, that's that way. Right, we'll do it this way. It's a lot more painful. I can't see the back now. Right, I've got a line. That should help me get the centre now. Right. Copy. .130, I think it's 130 degrees. Right. Let's check it. Yeah, that's better. I'm bang on now. No, it's not 130. It's supposed to be 105. Hang on a minute. No, hang on, that could be right. Just let's measure it. Right, we'll measure between there and there. 90. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Ah. Bugger. Because I've got round edges, it's harder to measure. .1. Oh, it's not right. 116.8. No, it's not right. Right. Hang on a minute. Oh, 360 divided by 3. Right, that's what I need. Silly mate, right. 360 divided by 3 is 120 degrees. Right, 120 degrees. Right, I'll just undo that. One 20. There, got it. Right, now bugger, come on. 111.5. Should be right now. $111.5. That's good enough for me. Right. I don't need to measure them all because I did the same thing on all of them. Now, all I need to do now, because these are components, if I edit this component and when I bring it in, all 3 will come in. Like that. So when I get the hub in, there, and you said that the hub is the inner ring needs to be 1 inch. Right, so let's go and work on that inner ring now. I'll leave the back cover on, the back thing on for now because it helps me to see what I'm doing, but I can unhide that thing for now. Hang on a minute. Right, so what I need to do is that bit in the middle. Right, and I assume it's hollow for the motor at the back, so basically we're making something like a cup shape. So I can actually draw this on here, so because I can see it, what I'm going to do, because it's basically face on, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw around, I'm going to trace around this edge. It's not easy to trace. It's jumping, it's stepping on me. Ah! Damn it, jumped again. Oh, stop jumping on me. Well, it's a bit weird shaped, but I'll adjust it. Yeah, this is a bit, I don't like this bit here. And let's just move that out a bit. Well, it's weird. It's just weird when I'm drawing. I'll just go back a bit. That's not right. Yeah, I mean that looks better actually like that. It's this bit here I want to do on here, so I'm just going to cut that bit off. Right, transparent, let's have a look. Right, so we've got holes. So I'm going to make a hole there. Right. Right, this is just a rough guide. I'll try and tidy it up a bit. That's not very good over there, so well, I think that's pretty close. Now, that's just the middle, that's just the end piece. I've got to do the back piece as well. So what I'm going to do is, right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to extrude this. I don't know how far I need to go, so just a minute. How deep is that? Stu, is it, how deep is it? How deep does that mounting have to be for the motor? If you can tell me how the thickness, is it 6 inches deep? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale this bottom section. Let's just move this out of the way a minute. Make it into a group. Right, I need to rotate that. Oh, I lost my box, hang on a minute. Right, I need to rotate that thing on that plane. Oops. On that plane I need to rotate it by... Oops. Click the wrong thing again. .90 degrees. Are you still watching, Stu? Are you still there? Because what I need is the depth, how deep this piece is, because I've got to scale the back. Edit group. I'll show you what I mean. If I suppose I can scale it roughly. So if I X-ray it, I probably shouldn't have put those holes in yet. No, I shouldn't have put those holes in yet. So hang on a minute. No, yeah, I'll delete the holes. Oh, damn it. I'll just delete the holes on one end. Hang on a minute. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the holes at the back end here. Because I don't want to scale the holes, or they'll be tapered, and we don't want tapered holes. Right, I can make the holes again when I'm ready. Oops, I better leave. What's happened there? I better leave that in. Right, so am I still alive? Yeah, I must be. Let's check. Five millimeters deep, right? Right, okay. So this wants to be 5 millimeters deep. Well, I'll have to scale everything down anyway at some point anyway, so shouldn't be a problem. Right, so what I need to do, let's go back to X-ray. Right, I need to scale this end up, because it's a slight taper, I know. It's going to be hollow for the motor, so I'm just guessing actually about the taper, so right, so I've tapered that basically similar to the so the motor will fit inside it. Right, so let's just turn the X-ray back off. What's the diameter of the motor? The thickness, how wide is the motor? Oops, wrong one. So we need to get the motor diameter right because it's got to fit between these holes. 16.5 millimeters. So this is 5 millimeters deep. I think. Oh, maybe I've got too much. That's 28.8 millimeters. Oh well. We'll just have to scale the whole thing down or something. Oops. Actually, it's tapering. I need to undo it. I'll tell you why, because I can't adjust that with this. If it's tapered, 5 millimeters. 5.4 millimeters. That's bloody small. Two seconds, we'll get info. Okay. See, it looks a lot deeper to me on this picture. Well, we're just going to have to make adjustments later, so what we'll do is I'm going to stick this piece in the middle. It's a picture. Well, the can diameter of the motor is 28 millimeters, is it? So that's quite big. So that's Well, this is 46.3, so we should be able to get the motor in there. Let's see, between there, that's 25.6. So the whole, this needs scaling up. I have to scale this up. 14 millimeters depth, right? 14 millimeters deep. Right, let me just put some dimensions on here. That's not easy to see. So the length is 31 millimeters. So that's 31.2, that's near enough. The diameter is 28. Right, let's just get some dimensions on here. Ah, no, don't want that. Oh, stupid thing. I want the centre of the hole. Right. Oh, it's going to be a hole. Right, so I need to scale this up. So the 28, so I need at least 31 millimeters is scaled up to, so hang on a minute. Oh, sorry. I'll go up to 32. Right, between those. Now I've got just the length, because I've got that scaled up to and the length was 31. So this is important, this part. So 32 should be about right. 32.6 is near enough. Right, so I'm just going to get this in position. So I've got to make a hole that's 28 millimeters. So I'm going to have to go on the back. Oops. I've gone inside something. So I need to right, 28 divided by 2 is 14, so I need a hole. I assume it's round. This is going to be hard to find the centre. This thing's not round. Well, I'll have to do it another way. Right. Well, that's not going to work. This is going to get really crazy in a minute. Trying to find the centre in this is a nightmare. all I can do is guess. Let's just get rid of all these lines. I'm going to draw 14 millimeters. I'll go 15, make it a little bit bigger, and then I'll move it around a bit. I'll put the X-ray back on, right. I need to get in as close to the middle as I can get it. That's not far off. Actually, I'll measure now. 13.5. 14. 15.6. 13.6. It's because of a weird shape. 13.5. 15.7. 12.8. 14.5. It's because I've hand drawn this weird shape. 13 point. Don't think we need to worry about the points. 12.9. That's not far off. 15.7. 13.5. 14.6. 14.9. That's near enough the middle. Right. Let's find out if it is in the middle, because when these holes come out, I can get rid of that measurement now. Ooh! And the holes are too close together. Undo. Right, so how far apart are these holes? I need to know. I'm getting a lot of privacy policy bullshit. That's a screenshot, it's not a web page, so do you know how far the holes are meant to be apart? So you can drill the holes yourself if I don't put the holes in, you can drill the holes yourself. But if this thing's going to get really hot, remember it's plastic, it'll melt if it gets too hot. I think it's probably best if I don't put the holes in and then you can drill them out. Yeah, alright, yeah. So Stu's going to drill that, alright. Right, so I'll just get rid of these holes then. Stu can drill them. We just have to make sure that this block is big enough, and the cylinder of the motor is basically that size. So what I'll do is I'll extrude that so far in so that you can actually, hang on a minute, how far deep is that? Oh, that's 32.6. so if I just push that in by 28, hang on, something went wrong then. 28. Then you can make the hole bigger. You want to drill it all out. X-ray view. Right, so I made a hole so you don't have to drill a load out, and then you can just drill that out, make it bigger if you want. I'll just scale this up a bit actually, because it's better to have it a bit bigger than too small. If it's too small, the motor won't fit in, so I'll just make this slightly bit bigger. Right. It's always better to be a bit bigger on the big side than on the small side. You can always put packing around the motor. Don't forget ventilation holes as well if the motor needs cooling. Right, so I need to move this now to intersect with those little pieces that I put on there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move this hopefully in a straight line, which is tricky. Right, let's get this lined up in the middle. Now this will be easier than you think, because once I get these things intersecting, it will help me to find the middle. As you can see, when I move one, the other two move. So I'm going to bring this in to about there. Get a closed component, move this around a bit. Because I'll do tidying up on it in a bit. Once I bring it up, I'm going to connect these to that middle piece anyway. So, and this bit wants to go a bit to the right. And it wants to come down a bit. And it wants to go left a bit now. I've knocked it a bit. Right. Edit component. I'm still lining it up, so it wants to go up a bit. And left a bit. Actually right a bit. Right. Once I get it right, I'm going to intersect it with those pieces. It needs to be right in the middle. Right, I can get rid of that back panel now. Because I want to see what's going on. Well, what I'll have to do is I'm going to have to scale it a little bit longer so it meets up properly. It's alright, no problem, because we can scale the whole thing down. I don't suppose it matters really that it's actually a bit... Oh, we've got the diameter right, and it doesn't matter if it's a bit too long, does it? Because the air's going to flow straight through there anyway. That's not far off. Right, that looks pretty close to me. Let's just x-ray it. Actually, it wants to move a bit more to the left, a bit more down. Just a minute. X-ray it again. That's pretty close. I don't think I can get it much closer than that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to explode this, which makes it so I can intersect it with these other pieces. Now I'm going to edit this component. And I'm going to bring that down. So, don't want to go too far. About there. And I'm going to explode these components. We can always trim pieces off this component though. I think we might have to do that. So what I'm going to do is this bottom piece wants trimming out a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close that. I'm going to copy that component. Right, I'm going to paste it. Paste that component here. And you'll see when I change things to it, it'll change everything that's on there. Because what we need to do is we need to thin out this base a bit because it's a bit too fat. So what I'll do is I'm going to select all of this. Down that edge. And I'm going to move it like that. Now I'm going to get this one. And you'll notice when I change this, the other one's changing as well. I'm just going to move that in a bit. Let's have a look. That looks better, it's not overhanging anymore. It's intersecting now, look, with the middle. Right. Let's look for the front. Oh, the hole. Where's the hole gone? Oh, I see what's happened. Yeah, it's these pieces of yeah, hang on a minute. Oh, the hole's in there. Oh, it's from the other side, isn't it? Undo. Right. Okay, so does that look alright to you, Stu? I mean, are you happy with that? Before I merged it all, are you happy with that? Because this is a foot wide between there and there. It's 299.5 millimeters. I can scale it up a bit if you need it scaled up, which is no problem. Right, well that's the best I can really do at this moment. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to merge these components. Once I've merged, before I merge them though, I'll make a copy of it so that we can make changes later on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these guidelines first of all. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of this lot. I'm going to make it into a component. Oops. I'll make it into a group. Now, if I copy that group and paste it over here, we've got a copy there, look, and I'm going to lock it. Right, it's locked. Right, so actually I'm going to move it. Actually, I won't lock it. I'm going to post it, put it in another file. So just a minute. Right, I'll create I'll paste it in here. And save it as hovercraft. Back up. That way I can still make changes to it, you see, because once I merge everything it's going to be difficult. Right, I'll go back to the other file now. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to edit this group. I'm going to explode that. I'm going to explode that. I'm going to explode that. It simply just dismembers the group. Now what I've got to do is select all. Well, I'll just intersect faces with model. Select all. Intersect faces with model. Now when I select all now, all connected, it's connected to that one, look. These two are now connected through this middle piece, but this piece isn't. So I've got to go select all connected. intersect faces with model. Now when I select all connected, it's connected to all of this, but it's not connected to this outside rim yet. So now I need to hide that rim. I've got to explode that. Now that's been exploded, now I select all of this. I'll just select all, intersect faces with model. It'll probably take a minute or two. Still working. Still working. I can't move it yet because it's still working. Right, now that's done. I need to hide this outside wall. Hide, because there's a bit sticking out, look. And I have to trim this bit off. Like this. It's just a bit of housekeeping, because you don't want that bit sticking out in there, it causes errors. So I've got all this lot to trim up. And because it's no longer a group, it's no longer a component, so it means I've got to do it all manually. And then we can actually delete this and look down inside it now, look. See, like that, because it's part of it now. If I don't get rid of this, it'll cause print errors. Or it might not slice. Right, I've also got to do the bottom middle bit as well. I'll go around and do the other one. And my guess is that this will take about 12 hours to print. You'll probably use a lot of plastic though. Hang on. I feel a bit seasick now. It's upside down. We'll find out how long it'll take to print in a minute or two. Once I get it cleaned up, I can slice it and then because the printer uses layers, and it has to be sliced into layers for the printer to understand it. And that's 2 down, 1 more to go. I think I've got the hub to do as well. Right, let's find out if I've got the hub to do. I think I do. Well, if it's not intersected properly, then we could see some problems, but let's hope that we don't. Shouldn't be so bad. Right, let's have a look. Anything disappeared that shouldn't have done. Well, I've got a line there we don't need. The hub is actually a lot easier than... Oh, actually this wants to be hollow. Yeah. Now the other hub. Ah, where the hell are we going? Oh, right, and the other hub. Right, I think that's it. I just have to put unhide the skin on the thing now, and I'll test it. There's probably going to be some errors somewhere. Right. Oh yeah, we can get rid of that. Oops, no we can't. No, oh I see, it's because it's curved, that bit's curved. That's why I can't get rid of that bit. It's alright, it's fine. What about the back? Well, we can bring that to the same level as the other one. Or maybe we can't. Nope. No worries. There's going to be a bit of support material on this by the looks of it. I didn't get it quite... Oh, I see, it's because of this curvy bit there, that's alright. It's just going to have a bit of support material underneath when it's printed, which means you've got to sand it down, but it's no big deal. I think we can get rid of that line. Oops, no we can't. Oh, that's, yeah, there's a slight step there, so that's okay. Right. Oh, what have we got here? Hang on a minute. Oh yeah, we can take that bit off. I think. Yeah. It's hard when you're working with X-rays because you can make mistakes. That's why I'm going to try to. Do a bit, then have a look. Yeah, that's okay. I can get rid of that bit. Otherwise, I might end up with errors. I can get rid of that. Make sure there's nothing gone wrong. No, that's fine. Oh, I think I did delete something I shouldn't have done. Hang on, let's have a look. Yeah, I did. Undo. These things are inside, you see, they don't need to be there. Oh, it's auto-saving itself at the moment. I think. Either that or my computer's frozen up. I've gone and made a mistake here. That's back again now. What I'll just use that program I've got that'll fix anything it shouldn't be there. Let's just do that. Export. I'll just call it hovercraft fan. Right, let's just have a look and see what it's like. See if it's got any errors. It probably has a few errors, so I'll just try and fix them. That's what it looks like. And I think that's pretty close. So let's just do the automatic fix. Right, it's fixed all the errors. That's what it looks like. I think we got pretty close. I'll save you a picture of that. Right, and oh, hang on a minute. Right, so I'm just going to try slicing it and see how much filament it uses. I don't know if it's going to show up in this thing, so oh my god, it's too big, look. Huh? It's massive. I have to, oh shit. It's too big for my printer. What the hell happened here? You know what, Stu? I might have to print this in 2 halves. You said that the fan, the blades are a foot apart. It's not going to fit on my printer, I'm afraid. I'll have to scale this down and do a test with a small. I'll probably have to cut this in half, and you have to stick both halves together. Just a minute. Let's make a copy of that. Let's scale one down just to see. I'll have to scale it down 70%. Oh, let's see, 60%. Let's see what the diameter is. This might be too big anyway. Hang on a minute. $177mm, 0.4, 177.4mm. I'll just try printing this, and slicing this scale down one. Let me just. I'm going to colour code that one red because it's been scaled down. We might have to print this in 2 halves. It can be easily stuck together with acetone without any problem. Which is another issue. I mean, I can split it in 2 sections easily enough. I've done a lot of things in 2. I did my grill that goes from my sink outside in 4 sections and stuck them all together. Right, I'll try the scaled down one. Oh my god, that's still too big. Mind, it's the wrong orientation anyway. Hang on a minute. Oh, wrong one. It's still too big for my printer. That's scaled down, I think. Hang on a minute, what the hell's going on here? It's too big. Ooh. Are you still there, Stu? I could print this in 3, well, let's see. I could print this in 3/4 sections without too much of a problem, and then they'll be stuck together. Hang on a minute. I'm just trying to get a rough idea. I'll go right down to 50% or something. Let's see. Oh, I've lost track now where I am. Just a minute. Undo. Undo. I want to scale it down by 50%. Oh. I'm gonna the outer diameter, just a minute. Oh, are you saying that the outer diameter should be 1 foot? And not the inside diameter? Is that what you mean? Right, let's measure the outer diameter of the one I haven't touched, I haven't scaled. The outer diameter is 352 millimeters. See, I can only print up to 200 millimeters width. Well, actually, not even 200 millimeters width. More like 180. But I can print it in I could cut it into sections and slice it in individual pieces so that it can be stuck together. You see. Oh, okay, scale it down to 254 millimeters, that will still work. Alright, let's try that then. Remember that the motor size will get smaller as well. Hang on a minute, I'll leave that, right. I need to put dimensions on it actually, that's what I need to do, dimensions. I need to bring the edge of this. Right, okay, I assume you can get, you can probably, well, if you look at the, oops, where have I gone now? There's quite a lot of material you can drill out there in that hole. I mean, there's quite a thick piece of plastic, so yeah, you should be able to get, you should be able to piggyback a motor on the back there, no problem, even when it's scaled down. Well, let's scale it down to 254 millimeters, right, let's do that. But as I say, I can still print it in 4 sections. It's just going to be pretty big. It's probably too big actually, thinking about it. Right, let's right, scale. Right. It's always hard to see the measurements when I'm what the hell? Just a minute. Scale. Can't see the dimensions right now. It's 254, right, let's go down to 254. Oh, this is bloody hard to get it right on for 254. When I zoom in, my numbers are drifting off screen. Hang on, let's just go to that and then move it down a bit. Ah, there we go. 254 on the nose. Right. Good thing we didn't put holes in there. Right, let's try that. Export. Right, that one. Right, let's try this, see if this is big enough. Oh, small enough I should say. What? How the fuck can it still be too big? Oh, no, my printer's only 200mm wide, so it's still going to have to be done in sections, Stu. Yeah, my printer's 200mm by 200mm. So it's 54mm too big, basically. Let's just try that scaled down one. I just want to get an idea of how much print material it will use, even the scaled down one, because that was scaled down by 50%. Let's just try that one. Well, according to this that would fit, but it's a lot smaller. Hang on. I'm probably going to have to cut it into pieces, but it'll be fine. I mean, this is at 50% scale, right, and it fits on the bed, and that is basically that's 173mm wide from the outside rim. Right, yeah, but you do realise that, I mean, your motor's going to get really small. I mean, the motor now is, the outer diameter of the motor would be 16.5mm, unless you made that hole bigger. If you made the hole bigger from that point, you could get a motor of about 23-25mm in the hole. But as I say, don't worry, I could always slice it into I could always print 3 quadrants and then they'll all stick together and it'll be seamless when it's done. You know, you can sand it, you won't notice. It could quite easily be printed in 3 pieces that stick together, and once it's stuck, it's more solid than anything, because they use acetone and that melts ABS plastic and it bonds. It's stronger than glue, actually. It's even stronger than what it would be. I mean, that's another way of doing it. Let me just see what this looks like. Let's just see what let's get an idea how much filament this would use. just to see what it looks like if I sliced it. Let's slice it with Cure, because Cure seems to be a bit faster. Right, this is what it would. This is basically what it would look like when it's sliced with a when it's printed. Basically, rough idea. We're just waiting for it to finish that. And at 50%, that's at 100. At the smaller scale, it would take 17 hours and 43 minutes to print, and it would use 49 meters, well 50 meters more or less. That's 50 meters of filament. So I'll just give you a rough idea. That's the half scale. So if it was full size, it would actually use 100 meters of filament, just to give you a rough idea. Yeah, okay then, right. Right, well, my glass bed is a little bit short of 200 millimeters. Really, the maximum I can do is about 180, because otherwise the glass is a little bit short, you see. So it's about 180 millimeters maximum, I think. Let me just measure it. Oh. See what? Because I can't remember exactly how big. Right, so the maximum I can do is actually 200. By about 185. So 185 is probably as close as I can get, because my glass bed runs out. You know, the glass bit doesn't go all the full width of the bed. So we're talking about 185 really, round, maximum. So I can take it up to the maximum of 185 millimeters. So let's have a look at that. Hang on. So at the moment, no, what is it? No. Not 185, just a minute. I can't be right. Yeah, that's 185 millimeters. That's right, yeah, because I said my bed's maximum of 200 by 200 millimeters, didn't I? Right, 185. Okay, let's scale this other one down then to right, 185.4 millimeters. Oh, what have we done? Oh. 185.4. Yeah, we should be able to do that. Let me just scale it. Let me just export that again. Right. Right, as you can see, that would fit on, but remember that this actual virtual print bed is slightly bigger than mine. Right, let's try slicing that. I need to get a new glass sheet on there, to be honest. I want to upgrade the bed so it's a bit bigger. Right, that would take 19 hours to print, and if you can look at the video, the stream, you can get an idea. One of those would take 19 hours to print, 19 hours 14 minutes. It would use 54 meters of filament, 54,399 millimeters. That's how much filament it would use. Right, so you can get an idea. The best thing to do would probably, because it's going to use a lot of my filament, is if you bought a reel of filament that would cover all of your stuff, because it would use a lot. It would use a lot of filament. And that's probably the best way of going about it, really. I mean, it's cheap. You can get the filament off eBay for about £7, so it's not expensive. I'll give you a link anyway to it. Yeah, and we'll sort it out. But that's basically what it looks like when it's sliced, and it's a good thing because there's not much support material. There's going to be a little bit of support material underneath where those bits are, which I was telling you about. This is the bottom view, looking through the glass bed. There's a bit of support material where that hole is, but that can be cleared out. That's what them square boxes are. That's support material. This bit here, that's support material. Yeah, but there's another problem with printing that long is warpage. Things tend to warp. So what I'll have to do is, let's try slicing it with Slicer, which is a different slicer program. It'll take ages to do this, and I'll have to basically print it with a wall around it to stop it from warping. So if I use this setting, right, it's got basically like a wall going around it. Let's try this. It might take a while to slice with this program though. This program takes ages sometimes to slice, but it's better for doing large things. It's probably going to use more filament as well, because Cure doesn't really support the height of a wall to put around it to prevent it from warping. I've tried to find an adjustment to put a taller wall around it. It's like a barrier that prevents drafts from blowing directly on the print, and it just keeps it from warping. Well, we'll just try it with a slicer, and there'll be an extra wall going around it, and the amount of filament will probably be a little bit more, because this will print it solid. It'll be virtually solid with this slice. Let's just see where we are with this. It's still slicing. It takes forever to slice it, but I prefer it for certain things. It's like waiting for paint to dry at the moment. Oh. Basically, I'd have to start this print as soon as I wake up one particular day, and I'll have to stay up while it finishes, because I don't like leaving things, especially the long prints like this, I don't like leaving them running while I'm asleep, because, you know, if they go wrong it can be costly, you know, waste of plastic or... Uh-oh. I went out of memory. What the heck? Oh, I'll have to close my browser. I ran out of memory. Hang on a minute. I'll try again. Because I'm live as well. See, look at my memory when it crashed. It was about there. There was a big dip right there. Look. It went into the red and crashed. So now I've got that memory back when I close my browser. Oh, it takes forever to slice her. Is my live stream still on? Looks like it. It is literally like waiting for paint to dry using slicer sometimes. Oh damn it, what the hell? I got an error. Well, Slicer can't do it. It can't slice it, it's too big. Well, looks like I'm going to be stuck with the Cure doing it. Let me try another setting. Let's try a different setting, see if this one will do it. I've got a few different settings. Oh, it looks like it might work. Come on, don't crash on me. If it fails again, I'm going to have to go with Cura. We'll just have to use Cura. Yeah, Slicer just can't handle it, it's too big. I'll do it with Cura. So much faster as well. I'm going to save it this time. I'll save it. I don't think I saved the code, so I'll save the slice code. I don't know what it is about Slicer, but it's got some issues sometimes. A bit buggy. Right, save that. We'll call it Hovercraft. And this is the code that the printer uses. Right, that's saved. What I'll have to do is I'll have to do a little test print, you know, just on the top rim, I'll have to turn it upside down. I want to do a test print just on part of it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this upside down so that it's the other way up, like that, because I want to see if it'll fit on the bed properly, you know what I mean? And I'll slice it this way. It's going to have a lot of support material under it. It'll look terrible because there'll be support material holding up all this lot here. But I'm not going to print it all the way through. I'm just going to do just a border test. I just want to do a test to see if it prints the rim without going off the edge of the bed. That's all I want to do, because I don't want to start printing this and then get to the top and then find out it can't print the edge over the edge of the bed, you know what I mean? So I want to make sure that the widest part is going to be on the table. And oh, that crashed as well. Bloody hell. It couldn't handle it upside down. It must be the support material. Wow. Oh, that's weird. Oh well. So I can't do a test print. Right. At least I've got the other code. That's the main thing. So right, I've got that saved already that way up. It should be alright. Anyway, that's it. Live stream ended. Thanks for watching.